That Hunter Biden laptop, it keeps giving. A brand new video obtained by the publication The U.S. Sun shows that the president's son, in a sensory deprivation tank at a Massachusetts wellness center, except here's the catch. He wasn't deprived of any sensations. He's actually seen smoking crack, drinking a White Claw hard seltzer, and let's just say doing some things that weren't appropriate for dinner time conversation.
Yeah, and let's not go there. But that's not all, Sean. The Hunter Biden saga takes a new turn that could actually implicate President Biden. More than 150 Biden family business transactions have been flagged as suspicious by U.S. banks, and there are reportedly hundreds of transactions between Hunter and his uncle James Biden alone. Well, according to our next guest, lawmakers used to be able to request a list of all SARs or suspicious activity reports in their state. But get this. Biden administration officials at the Treasury Department have recently blocked that access, saying this, quote, that they will not provide SARs to committee Republicans unless Democrats join the request. Well, Congressman James Comer called on the Treasury Department back in May to preserve and release all documents related to Hunter Biden, but that request was ignored, prompting a follow-up letter that was sent yesterday with new deadline being July 20th. Well, here with the very latest is the leading Republican on the House Oversight and Reform Committee, Kentucky Congressman James Comer. Congressman, welcome back to the show. All right, so this is a fascinating development. If the Treasury Department does comply with this new letter that you've sent and preserves this documentation and Republicans regain the House in November, what action are you planning on taking?
Well, we're going to see what led to 150 suspicious activity reports. This is a serious banking violation. And I can tell you, someone who served over a decade on a community bank board, you don't issue very many suspicious activity reports. These were put into place by George W. Bush after September the 11th to try to catch money laundering and try to catch people who were funneling money from foreign countries into American domestic terrorist cells. So this is a very serious violation. He had 150 of these. It's not a far-fetched theory to say that Hunter Biden had more suspicious activity reports than any human in American history. But the fact that he had them, we want to know why he had them. And we've also learned that some of these accounts were commingled with the president's brother. We've seen emails where Hunter's business associates were writing checks back and forth between Hunter and then Vice President Biden. So we have a lot of questions. The American people deserve answers. But prior to Joe Biden becoming office, under the Obama administration and the Bush administration, any member of Congress, not just someone on the Oversight Committee, but any member of Congress could request the suspicious activity reports from the Treasury, and they would provide those within 3 days. But Biden, for whatever reason, I think we know the reason, halted that and now says no member of Congress can get these suspicious activity reports.
So was this like a rule change, or how did you guys figure out that things had changed? Number one. Number two, they say that apparently they're not going to give you access without Democrats. Is there a Democrat that you can get on board?
No. And we found out they changed the rules when I requested the suspicious activity report from the Treasury Department. Remember, any member of Congress could do this before. It was all a part of being transparent and helping everyone work together to try to catch people that were receiving foreign money launderers or money from foreign countries that were trying to do bad things in the United States. So the fact that he first said the policy's changed and no member of Congress can get it, then this started getting media attention that I requested the information and they blocked it. Now they changed the rule again and said, okay, we'll give it to you if you can get another Democrat to sign on to request it. That's not the way the suspicious activities reports were created. That's not how they were designed. They were designed to be transparent with Congress. And this is another example, Sean, of where Joe Biden has been compromised by Hunter's shady business dealings, and he's changing the rules at the expense of the American people to try to protect his son.
Okay, so they weren't designed this way, but have you ever seen this happen before? I mean, during Trump's presidency, did members of Congress, Democrats, ever ask Treasury Department for SARs for Trump's family? Did they have to have a Republican sign on to that?
No, they did not have to have a Republican sign on to that, but it's my understanding that there were never any suspicious activity reports issued to any of the
Wow.
Trump family members. Now, I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty confident. Since I've been digging into this, the Democrats have tried to dig up on who, the Trump family, to try to come up with something. And there just wasn't anything there. I don't think the American people who don't have banking backgrounds understand how few suspicious activity reports are ever filed. The fact that they have had over 150 is mind-boggling. That's got to be a Guinness record. And what were they doing to get those? I mean, this is the most serious of all the banking violations, and it's just amazing that they've had this many.
So, Congressman, in 30 seconds, how did you know that they existed?
I was a director of a bank. I knew what a SARS was. The CBS actually uncovered in the beginning that there were 150 suspicious activity reports. I don't think at the time they realized how serious those were. We have the laptop. We started digging into this on the Oversight Committee. Sean, you're very familiar with the Oversight Committee. And we found all this stuff out. When I requested information from Treasury, they said, no, we've changed the rules. Congress can't have it anymore. Another example of Biden trying to protect his son. And this is why we're investigating Hunter Biden. He's a national security threat, as evidenced with all these suspicious activity reports. And we fear that this national security threat has compromised Joe Biden, as evident with him changing the rules on the suspicious activity report.
Unreal.
Wow. Well, we'll have to check back in with you and see if they do follow up on your request. Thanks for bringing us this info. Good to see you tonight, Congressman.
Absolutely. Thank you all.